welcome, welcome. Annie's inside. Good to see you. Welcome. As you come in, please don't forget to give me a thumbs up, a very big thumbs up. You know, this is New Year. We have to be generous with our thumbs up, with our comment, with our share, with our love. We just have to be very, very, very generous in everything. Well, it's really a delight to have you guys. Thank you so much. Welcome. And then tonight we're still continuing on the topic on ground. I don't know if you've seen the video I made this morning on Fancy, Acholonu, and her ex-fiance, Alex Ekubo. I dropped the video. If you've not seen the video, please kindly go and watch the video, even if you're replaying this stream. Remember that I said you should rewatch that video. Go watch that video and leave me your comment in the comment section. Well, this has been ongoing from the first day of 2023. Oh, thank you so much, Annie's Insight. Thank you, thank you, thank you, Queen. Yeah, this has been going on since last year, and they carried on with the saga into 2023. Just when we're thinking that this year is just going to be a soft landing, alas, it is a hot takeoff. While we continue on the gist, what happened? Fancy had come out to reveal that for good 5 years, she has been with her ex-fiance, Alex Ekubo, that the guy did not make any attempt to touch her. When I saw that, the first thing I was just looking at myself like, spicy. This is what you have been preaching here. And daughter of Zion sat down, stayed with a man. Now, we're even talking about the relationship being very long, a relationship of 5 years, very long relationship. And then in that 5 years, there is nothing, no vuvu gaga. According to Niger daughter, she says vuvu gaga or what? How did she say? But I said no benching, no touching, no form of communion serving and receiving between these two. Ha! The question I began to ask is this: is Alex celibate? Is he a priest, a bishop, or what? What could be the reason why Alex refused to touch Fancy? Because according to her, she said she endured all this and more, including cheating, manipulation, lies, and then him refusing to touch her. Like Rara, he refused to touch her garment, not to even talk about touching the pants, for 5 years. Yes, I agree. We know that Fancy has been living abroad. She's been in America. We know that. But of course, these two must have been visiting one another. I don't know how many times Alex must have traveled to America, but Fancy too, of course, they have met a countless number of times. Maybe if at all they've not met, maybe up to 5 times, maybe in this 5 years. Let's assume, let's even give them 5 years out of 5 years. 5 times out of 5 years, let's say once in a year they met. And for that 5 times, nothing. Usually it is a woman who will say to a man, you know, baby, I want to keep myself, I want to keep my virginity until after wedding. I don't want to break the rubber band, the tear leather, the leather is still very tight. I don't want you to bust it until after wedding. On our wedding night, I will show you. And then the men want to be quick to show you how strong they are, how they can shift the womb, how they can destroy, how they can scatter. You know how it is. I will scatter this womb, I will shift this womb, I will do this, I will do this. Men, they want to always show off their kicking back. They want to always show off their cassava. They want to show off their working tools, and how good they are farming. Not a woman. Not a man. Not a man saying, wait, let us wait until after wedding. Alex, the last time I checked, is a very handsome guy. Alex too. Alex fine. Alex is famous. Alex is famous. He's in the Nollywood industry. He's a famous actor. Alex parties and club. Yes, he's not a born-again Christian. So I'm wondering, I'm asking myself, where could this celibacy be coming from? Why is he holding back? What reason? And then for good 5 years, Fancy agreed to this. Not touching, no touching body. An American-based babe, a very pretty, industrious young lady where blood dey hot. And then she agreed to this no touching body. 1 year, nothing. 2 years, she still 3 years, nothing. Is Fancy going to say she isn't aware that something is amiss? Because there is no smoke without fire. Remember that she said that she isn't the one, that the rumor has been ongoing. She isn't the one trying to ruin his reputation. And what is the rumor? Rumors that this guy may not be straight. May not be. Okoroto, he's not straight as ruler. That is the rumor ongoing. That son of man may be wanting the back door with the dudes. And she, being a young lady, agreed to this, no suspicion at all. She didn't suspect that there's something fishy somewhere, and she agreed to it. And she really even agreed to the engagement. They got engaged, planning wedding, of which Alex wanted a big wedding, while Fancy only wanted a very quiet, small wedding. Silver's Outreach, thank you so much for coming. I appreciate you. Thank you, thank you, thank you, Tanya Brown. And they were preparing for wedding. How is it possible that a woman, a young lady, pretty, hardworking, will agree to stay with a man for 5 years without any form of intimacy? And the guy is not saying because he is a born-again Christian, because he's religious, because he's against his religious belief or traditional belief. Only that he doesn't want to touch her. And she agreed to it. Went ahead to even planning wedding. No. Yes, some people might say Fancy is naive. But one thing I want to point out, I'm sorry, Fancy, I'm not going to spare you. You might be naive, but you're also selfish, because it's obvious Fancy is getting involved in that marriage for a selfish reason. She wanted Alex for a selfish reason. And what is that reason? Because she can't tell me that she wants to get married to a guy who doesn't want any form of intimacy with her. Not even trying in any way. Yeah, Tanya, thank you so much. She already knows he is. Yeah, maybe he paid her money. He is an actor and she is a model and she's doing so well in America. So it may not be for the money. She just wanted the fame the guy has. That's what I see here. The guy is very handsome. So all I see here is a young lady who is desperate to be married. Olufunke, welcome. Thank you so much. Happy New Year, Olufunke. Happy New Year. Welcome, Queen. Yeah, this is the issue with those pretty boys. They are so feminine. Move on, sis. Okay. Now, Fancy is getting herself involved in that marriage for a reason. She wants that marriage. She's desperate to be married to Alex Ekubo. What lady will want to, knowing fully well that a guy, I mean, is not into you? Usually, guys, when they've not seen their women for 6 months, their body is so hot. You know, Tanya, you know, when you've not seen your man for a long time, you're just so excited, you're so eager, like you can't wait to just pounce on each other. You know, that feeling, I have missed you. If it's been phone conversation and video calls, all the dirty, all the naughty talks you've been having, and then you just cannot wait to be on each other's arms. And then suddenly the person lands, even from the airport, there is no smushy, you know, all those touching body. You're not feeling aroused at the sight of a woman you claim you love. You're not feeling moved at the sight of a man you claim you love. Your body's not doing tinini tanana. You're not feeling anything. And then you go home, you sleep under the same, on the same bed, under the same roof. And he's not rising, like his cucumber is not rising to want to devour. Yet the woman kept quiet and wants to just follow the guy that way to the extent of planning wedding. Come on, ladies, this doesn't make any sense. It doesn't add up at all for me. It doesn't add up. And now she's crying. This guy manipulated her. We saw the video yesterday that the guy was the one that manipulated her to make an apology, a public apology, because they broke up. And when they broke up, she came out and she was one that actually annulled the engagement, came out and said all sorts of things about the guy, messed with his image because the guy is a well-known actor, messed with his image. The guy kept mute. He didn't say anything. She exposed some certain things that the guy kept to himself, and he kept quiet. Almost a year later, she came back and made a public apology. After the public apology, she's out again saying she was manipulated. The guy forced her, the guy used her, he manipulated her to make that public apology. The question I am asking is, or the question I have been asking is this: before a guy is able to manipulate a woman, there must be something, an interest for that woman. Before a guy will be able to use a woman and manipulate her to the point of making a public apology, you called off an engagement. You called it off, not the guy. If it were to be the guy that called off the engagement, it would have been a different thing. You did and gave your reasons why you don't want to go on with the marriage. And then suddenly, you made an apology, not just to him alone, to his family and to his friends, only for her to come the following day claiming he manipulated that apology. Why did you go back to him in the first place? You've been separated for almost a year. They were together, having a great time. And that guy used the opportunity to hit her back. He wanted to redeem his image. He wanted his image back, because what she put out there made a lot of people even begin to question certain things about him. Yes, the rumor has been out there before now, before she called off them, even before their relationship. The rumor has been out there. But when she got into that relationship, if there was a rumor, they say there is no smoke without fire. If there has been a rumor that this guy has not been straight, you guys remember he dated Yemi Alade, and of course it didn't last long. Yemi bolted. She's a beautiful, smart, street smart lady. She bolted and she didn't make so much noise about it. She moved on with her life. But Alex Ekubo got in. Yes, she said she has been hearing rumors that she wasn't the one that engineered the rumor. The rumor has been there. So it's not her that wants to ruin his image. But one thing I want to ask Fancy is this. When you got into that relationship for 6 months, this guy is not moving. You can't see him wanting you, desiring you as a woman. 1 year passed. That rumor is still there. He is not making any move. He's not desiring you as a woman. Even born-again Christians, even pastors desire women, because women are meant to be desired and loved and cherished. If he's not desiring of you, your feminine features as a woman, 2 years passed. Yet, there is no cogent reason. Hey, hello, Trending Gist with Cora. Welcome. Thank you, Queen. Are you done? Whoa, welcome. Thank you so much. Thank you. 2 years passed. Yet, he didn't give you any cogent reason why he wants to stay without touching you. You are not a born-again Christian. You are, I don't know if she's a virgin. He is not a born-again Christian. Of course, we know him. He's a jaye guy. He clubs, he parties. He's the fun guy. He's the fun-seeking guy. He's been enjoying life. And he's been with several women. He has been with women. He has been with women. At least we've known him with one. And in the industry, where they have beautiful ones, beautiful women, and then Alex Ekubo is not making any move. The Alex we know, 2 years, 3 years, let's assume that they have not been meeting every day, or they've not been meeting themselves every month, but at least let's say once in a year. That once, body not be firewood. You're a woman, you're a young woman in a relationship. Then 4 years, 5 years, you got engaged with this same guy who is not making moves. Then the wedding thing became an issue. How you wanted a very quiet, low-key wedding, and how you wanted a flamboyant wedding, and how you don't want that monkey born 1, 2 die. Those stories that doesn't really add up. And then boom, you came out on social media. Fancy came out on social media to, expose certain things. Now she's coming out to reveal that for that 5 years, body no gun body no jam body, she held herself, the guy held himself. And let me read what he came up now. He said the issue is ladies of today go after celebs who will end up breaking their hearts. There must have been someone who isn't famous and with the same mindset as her, and she isn't even interested. Thank you, Ikemefuna, for this. She wanted a famous actor, the famous, handsome Bobo Alex Ekubo that we know in the industry. Yes, we agree that she might be doing so well in America, but hello, we know that Nollywood celebrities are known. I mean, wherever they go, people hide them, people recognize them, because they watch them worldwide. Hey, all for healthy Jane, thank you so much for coming. I appreciate you, and thank you for that thumbs up. Guys, if you're watching me, kindly give me a thumbs up. And if you want to join the discussion, you have an opinion, or you have latest news, or you have a contrary view from this, please jump on the link. We can discuss, okay? Because this new revelation here is not really adding up. 5 years without any form of intimacy, and then you're talking about cheating, infidelity. When you talk about infidelity, that means somebody who you are having an affair with, something intimate with, having it elsewhere. How does she know the guy is having it elsewhere? How did she know this guy was doing it elsewhere? Because if he's cheating, was he cheating with a man or with a woman? Thank you, Annie's insight. Trending G say he is just smarter than her. Yeah, he is smart, but then she was trying to be wise. She was trying to play smart too, because this guy is handsome, and you called off. You knew all this while that this guy cannot touch you. You also know that he's a manipulative, whatever did she call him. You also know that he's a liar. You knew all these negative things about this guy. That the guy is a liar. The guy is this. He's a cheat. He's a liar. He's a manipulator. He's everything. And then he cannot even do the do. God, there is more to what Fancy wanted from Alex. The guy is a liar, you know it. You stayed with him for 1 year, 2 years, 3 years, 4 years, 5 years. He's a manipulative jack. He's a cheat. You knew all this and so many other things. And yet, you decided that, oh, I want to walk down the aisles with you. Jesus, hallelujah. You wanted to walk down the aisles to go and do, this is the day I've been waiting for. And now, you drop public apology, apologizing for all the nonsense she said about the guy, apologizing for all the things she said about the guy, apologizing to his family and to his friends. And then before we say Jack, before we say, oh, spice it up, she came out saying he was manipulated because he blocked her. And still up to this very moment, Alex is still playing smart. Mommy Fechi, welcome. Thank you so much for coming. I appreciate you, Mommy. Okay, Mommy. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. Thank you so much. Let me read what Ikemefuna said. No intimacy in 5 years is a huge red flag. Thank you. Loud it. Thank God this lady dodged the bullet. This man is a control freak that wanted to marry this lady because of her family heritage. Some people are saying, because of her family heritage, she is the one that went back. Let's assume that she sat down. Alex called her. Fancy, I miss you. You know, there is no, I mean, what is life without you, baby? You know, I've missed you all this while with a sweet voice, with this, well-scripted lines. I miss you, baby. What did Alex miss about Fancy? What did he miss about Fancy? Is it her sweetness? Is it her beauty? Is it her fame? What is that thing? Alex misses about Fancy. And he used those lines on her. She came over and then say, baby, you know, before we carry on with this, you know, you have messed with my image, you dented with my reputation. I would like you to put out a public apology, please, so we can move on. Because Fancy wanted it. She was desperate to be Mrs. Alex Ekubo. She agreed to it, not knowing that guy was just waiting patiently, like the patient dog. He was waiting patiently for the right opportunity. He used the right words on her, the sweet sugar-coated words, and then hit her. Made her to, you know, made her write that, and he's still keeping quiet up to this very moment. The guy is still silent. He's still not saying anything. Why Fancy goes about talking, trying to defend herself, trying to say how this guy, how she wasn't the one that planned it. Babe, you are not a baby. You are not a child. At least you're over 20. You have been independent. What were you looking for in Alex that made him use that line on you? That's the question I've been asking Fancy. Because in as much as we are trying to do, yeah, women support women and all that, some women need to be smart. This is a huge red flag, a very big, huge red flag. This red flag is gigantic. A big red flag. A guy who cannot touch you. A guy who doesn't, is not moved by your body. A guy who is a liar. A guy who is a cheat, even though I don't know what he cheats with. Yes, he's a cheat. I don't know what he cheats with. I don't know if he cheats with his head or cheats with his leg. I don't know how he has been cheating, because if he's not touching you, I mean, and that means he's having it outside. Why is Alex not touching her? Is she not woman enough? The last time I looked at Fancy's picture just a few minutes ago, she's a drop-dead gorgeous queen. She's a beautiful young lady. She has promising future. Promising future, young, hard-working lady. Young, hard-working lady. So what is it that will make Alex not touch her, but he's cheating outside? Cheating with what gender? Her gender or the other gender? That's what I want to know. So she saw all these red flags and still decided she wants to be with him. Still decided to come back to him. And then tomorrow you hear, you know, I forgave him, I came back to him, and despite all that he did to me, you know, gave him another chance, and then he messed up. I can't take this marriage anymore. This marriage has been a sham. You know, he has been so manipulative. He has been this and that. These are the stories we hear every day on social media. These are the funny stories we hear every day on social media. Whereas a young lady, we see the signs, we see the red flag boldly. She's carrying it on her head boldly that this guy is a manipulator, and he played a smart one on her. Because she's naive? No. No. There is more to what she wanted. If she didn't want it, he wouldn't have gotten her. That's why I said people who fall in the hands of scammers are equally looking for get rich quick syndrome. There are people who want to get rich quick. So these scammers are quickly, you know, quick to tell them, if you bring 100, I give you 300. You bring 300, I give you 1,000. So that means you are greedy. You wanted something you didn't work for. There is something you are looking for that made you fall for that scam. I remember a couple of years ago. Let me drop my link in case anyone wants to jump on the link. I'll drop the link now. One moment. Okay, good. I remember some years ago, I had a relationship and I saw this red flag from this guy. The red flag was so bright. I saw it. Then I just wanted to get married, you know. And when I saw this thing, I was trying to endure. But one day, it occurred to me, we had a misunderstanding. I called off the relationship, just like Fancy did. I called it off, okay? He came begging. And then I decided, like, okay, I need to give him a second chance. After some months, I gave him a second chance. And on that second chance, it didn't take 1 month into the second chance. I saw that this guy didn't change, because he told me that he has changed, he has repented. He's no longer the person that he used to be, the person I saw then, that he has found out that he really misses me and really wanted me, and he realized his mistake, that he was playing with this. I gave him that chance. 1 month into the relationship of the second chance, I noticed this guy didn't even change. What did I do? I called him one day, gave him a piece of my mind, and then boom, I never bothered coming on social media. Being a career with case, thank you so much for coming, Queen. I appreciate you. Naija daughter, thank you so much for coming. I appreciate you. Please, guys, give me a thumbs up, okay? Welcome. Happy New Year to you all. I called off the relationship. When I called it off, we went our separate ways. He tried getting back to me, tried getting in touch, sending messages, calling. I bounced all his calls. I blocked him, so he had no access to me via WhatsApp, Instagram, Facebook, direct call. I severed every channel of communication. I made sure that he wouldn't be able to contact me. No, I think no. I had a second WhatsApp account, WhatsApp number that he still had. So I blocked him in my main WhatsApp, but I didn't block on the second WhatsApp. So 1 year later, this guy, I saw a message. Oyoyo, thank you so much for coming. I appreciate you. 1 year later, I saw a message from him. I was like, who is this? I remember the name, of course, but because I no longer saved the name. I was like, who is this? When I read the message read, please, Ifoma, I want to see you. Can we meet? It's very important and very urgent. Hey, when I read that message, and my head did. I said, wait till this one forget. It's like you drank kai, and then suddenly you remembered Ifoma, and you felt that this is the same Ifoma that gave you a second chance. You want to come and misbehave with. Immediately, I blocked him on that because I didn't remember that I still had this Jordan WhatsApp. I didn't block on the second WhatsApp. I blocked him there instantly. And that was the last. He didn't have access to me again till now. It's been how many years? It's been like 5 years now. It's been like 5 years. So why stay back? The Cheese family, thank you so much for coming. Welcome. Why would she give a second chance to this? Knowing fully well that this guy has been almost 1 year. And then the guy, manipulate us. The same thing. This guy said, can we meet? It's very important. It's very urgent. Please, I need you. Come. Please, how do we meet? I'm begging you. I read that message and I don't told myself, I said, this one is the in fact, this one is not just, but this one is the witch from the pit of hell, looking for my heart to scatter again. I have mended this heart and I have moved on. So Fancy really wanted to come back, and that was why Alex used that opportunity to get hold of her and messed her up this time around. Welcome, Oyoyo. Give to honor her. Thank you so much for coming. I appreciate you. Welcome, Oyoyo Nwanyoma. Thank you so much for coming.
Thank you, host. Thank you, and greetings to everybody in the chat. I want to say a little bit because I have one or two things to tidy up here.
Okay.
When things like this happen, oftentimes we don't know how to handle it, and most especially a young girl without any experience about relationship wouldn't know what to do. No matter how I look at it, I don't blame Nancy 100%. She has a portion of blame to take on this, but however, she made her mistake. She is a young girl, so I'm cutting her every slack that is out there possible for me to cut. A young girl, maybe this will be her second relationship or maybe her first relationship. We don't know that much. For somebody who
she has people managing her, right? She has people managing her image.
She has a business, you understand, which is different from Fancy. Fancy is that young girl that fell in love. Fancy is that young American Nigerian girl that is growing up to meet a Nigerian street boy and things like that. Let's look at it from that angle. So she made her mistakes and all of that. People are vulnerable. Maybe this is her full-grown adult relationship that she's getting into. Maybe it's not her first, but I want to assume that it's her first encounter with a Nigerian born, bred and buttered and everything in between you can think of, Alex. So their culture, their background are entirely different. So Alex has studied this young girl. He knows what to do, how to walk around her, and how to get whatever he's looking for. Whatever he wanted. Let me put it that way. Why am I saying this? I'm going to give you a real-time story of what happened. We don't know how that breakup started. We don't know if it was parents engineered, friends engineered, siblings engineered. We don't know. I'm going to give you a classic example. A grown woman, not even a very young girl. She was in her mid to late 20s when this happened to her. She's been in a relationship with someone for a long period of time. Now decide that they want to get married. The parents of this girl said no. You can't marry this guy. This guy is a gold digger. I don't see any future in this guy. This guy has been lynching
Mm,
on you and all of that. You can't. Eventually, what happened? The girl went ahead and they broke up because the parents said no. They already fixed it in their mind, thinking if I talk to my parents, they're going to
mhm.
support me, not knowing that nobody was going to support her. At the end of the day, the siblings that she was, banking on, now agree with their father, with their mother, and that was how the engagement was called off. Though they did not
Mm.
go to online, do you think they would have just settled and move on? They never moved on. Eventually, she got back to the guy. Okay, like you pointed out here, you said there must be something that's of interest to her. Definitely, for that
Yeah.
young girl, there was something that was of interest. It's not everything a young girl would tell her mother. The guy sabi do the thing for the other room. So that was what the young girl was, you know, what was banking on. At least he might not be a rich guy, but at least I'm not going to lack in this department. Do you understand?
Oh, okay. Now, Queen, sorry to cut you short. Welcome, Mary Queen. Thank you so much, guys. Everyone watching from the background, I appreciate you. Now, what do you think would be the interest? One, the Bola she no see. Two, she's famous. She's doing well for herself financially. She's beautiful. So, what could she be looking for? That interest is what I still don't get. Aside the fact that Alex is a very handsome guy, a Nigerian famous actor. Okay, aside this part, because if you talk about, I mean, young ladies usually at this age, love shags them, especially when they have become intimate with a guy. So if the guy is very good, they find it very difficult to break up with the guy, because if the guy happens to be their first love and the one that broke
Yeah.
tore the nylon, it becomes very difficult to leave the guy. Now, but in the case of Nancy, the guy do touching body, no touch body. It's not as if his money is given to her. I mean,
Host,
what could be the reason?
for most girls, touching body is not. It depends on how the person was brought up. I went for a wedding late last year. That wedding I went for was 10 years of dating, courtship, or what you can think of. 10 whole years, and there was no
10
intimacy.
years.
Yes. 10 years of getting to know
Mm,
each other. Intimacy was just
yeah.
a year ago. So it depends on how
Wait,
the
wait,
that
wait,
girl.
wait, wait. I didn't hear that word. Intimacy
Oh,
was just a year ago.
yeah, few months before the wedding. For
In
10
that
years,
10
man.
years,
Yes.
and it's in America.
They are both live in the same state, not even in America. They live in the same state. So
And
when they
both
now
decided to be celibate for 10 years.
the girl was raised up as a church girl. Do you understand what I'm saying? In as much as she's not following her mother the way her mother carried her own
Yeah.
Christianity, but she was raised up to be decent. She was raised up
Mm.
to be that way. And also here, there are some young girls that they will get into this agreement with their parents. Their parents will even buy them a ring. It is called a
Yeah,
is
a
it
promise
promise
ring.
ring.
Yeah,
Yeah, they're gonna wear
yeah.
that promise ring until they say I do with a man, no intimacy. So we don't know what happened with this girl buying when Alex said, okay, no intimacy. She bought everything wholeheartedly. We don't know.
And you
Sincerely,
think an American lady or a lady who grew up in America would just buy into it without any question, just wait until wedding night, and for 5 years she's waiting for that D-Day before they will become
she
intimate?
said the guy said for religious reasons, and she bought into it. For religious,
Alex
this girl
Ekubo, a
doesn't have
religious
street.
man.
Yeah, this girl doesn't have street sense like
You see why I
Nigerian
asked you the question?
street sense.
Like Alex Ekubo, a religious man that clubs and parties, a religious man
No,
indeed.
he might not be he's not a religious person, which we all know. You understand? But we don't know why this girl bought in that story and then went with it. So what am I saying in this life story I'm telling you about? Eventually, that girl and the guy, they didn't speak for a long time. They eventually started talking. The first time they saw each other was action in the other room because they've been active there. And then the next thing, they even had a baby. And guess what? The guy still walked away. So see, it happened differently for people. And
Can
because
you imagine?
yeah, because it happened differently for people, you understand? Even after the baby came, the girl was still pleading. Why do you want to do this? Just give me one reason why you want to do this.
Oh, sorry. Aziza TV show, welcome. Thank you so much for coming. I appreciate you. Thank you
And there
so
was
much.
never
See
any
that?
reason. Do you know what the
Mm,
mother said? The mother said, you see, I saw this thing sitting down, my daughter, but you never saw it.
mhm.
And
You
look
know,
at it now.
Oyoyo, you know why I am doubting if Fancy isn't aware or she didn't sense something fishy. I don't think Alex Ekubo, unless he's not truly, as rumor has it, that he's not truly straight, you get it, maybe doing the other side, doing the back side, unless that, I don't see Alex Ekubo waiting for Fancy or deciding to stay without anything for that 5 years. This period of time he has been with Fancy. He himself is keeping himself, and then for religious reason, like he claimed, nothing between them. He's keeping himself, and then Fancy herself is keeping, because you know one thing with most people, when they meet someone they like and they're certain they're going to walk down the aisles, they now say, okay, you know what, we're not going to do anything until wedding night, whereas both of them are doing other partners outside. But to
Yeah.
themselves, they are not doing anything. The man is busy catching his phone and having a great time out there. The woman is busy having her own fun with another side cock there, But between them, they kept their promise. That is not, this is what most people do. And then on the wedding night, then I say, no, you know what? We were never intimate for 10 years. We held ourselves. We were just waiting for the wedding night. I see. Before that wedding, they
Okay.
have been chopping
Okay.
different people.
Host. Nancy is 20.
Fancy, yeah.
Fancy, yeah. 13 years ago, she was 16. No, yeah, she was 16 years, 13 years ago. So how old is
13
she?
years ago.
Yeah.
Okay, wait. 13 years ago, 16. That is,
Yeah.
she's 29.
Okay, that means she's not a very young girl. You can see
She's
the
not a
age bracket.
child.
Yeah, age bracket
She's
working
just
on
looking
because
so young and pretty, but she's not a child.
yeah. So a lot of things are working against her, working in favor of her, now working after her. I went to her YouTube channel. She has a YouTube channel. To tell you she's not doing this for fame or for money, because that's opportunity she would have used to grow her YouTube channel. It just happened to her. I gave you guys of an example of a young woman that was not even in her mid-20s. She was either 26 or 27 when that happened to her. You understand? At the point she went back with this guy, they continued from where they stopped. The guy never apologized. They not pretended as if nothing happened and they moved on. Then a baby came after it, and the guy was still screaming, yelling, claiming rights. Claiming right. Okay, she went round the guy's friends, anybody you can think of that have known them together, asking them to help get them back. That she doesn't want to go this route alone. She doesn't want to be a single mom. She doesn't want this. Doesn't the guy? Did the guy listen? No. It took the guy like will I say 6 or 7 years after, because a friend now happens to be with the guy. The guy now called her phone. The guy was like, a sweetheart, I'm not, I didn't do anything wrong. That's the apology. So people can be mean. Let's not just rule it out. And that is where Alex, falls into. That is a mean, calculated move against this girl. Mean, calculated move.
The thing is, Oyoyo, Alex wouldn't have been able to get her to do that if she wasn't interested. If she's not
She is
interested in coming
interested in
back
the
to
sense
Alex,
she wanted the relationship back. Some people are naive. That wedding I went for, that they courted for 10 years, no intimacy until close to the wedding period. The girl is 32. Don't
not
think,
even a child.
not even a
Just like
child.
Alex is not a child, so you expect that at least there should be some level of exposure. And why is there
Girl
somebody who is
alone.
able to take care of herself for how many years that she's been, modeling? I mean, she should have some. If that's the case, a lot of people will take advantage of her in the industry.
Yeah, taking care
They'll
of
take
is
advantage of her over there.
knowing your business, knowing how to manage your finances. That is taking care of the first taking care of a child gets to learn in the US when they are going into independency, knowing how to manage your finance. Your parents will not teach you how to deal with men when you see them. They will only tell you be careful because there are wolves out there. You don't know how to deal with them when you encounter them. I don't know what this girl's story is, but things happen. And why do I say things happen? That girl, I told you her scenario. The guy till today, the guy never saw the child, and the girl now cut off when she realized that it's all over, no going back. I got my cross to bear. I have my to carry my cross with dignity. You understand? Despite all odds,
yes.
I still have a family that love me, that stood by me, that are willing to go the extra mile for me. That's what matters. It takes
Because
some
if the
people.
guy even comes back, he will still use her and move on. You know, if you beg a guy to stay, you beg a guy, you know, you want a guy, you're desperate, you even show a guy a little sign of being desperate, trust me, he will take advantage of that. So if
That
this
is
guy
different.
even came back to the girl, he will still take advantage of her because you are the one begging, you are the one who
That is
wanted
the
him back.
thing.
And that
That
was
was
what
why.
Alex banked on.
Yeah, that was why in my live stream that was before the new year, I said the
Yeah.
last thing that will happen, or rather the worst thing that will happen to this girl is getting back with Alex. If she makes
Yeah.
that mistake, they're going to be horrible husband and wife. Their marriage will not last 3 months. That was just me saying. People
You know.
react differently.
Mm. You know, a base what I am still suspecting is that this girl for this period of time, for this 5 years, knew that there is more to Alex not wanting intimacy. There is more. I don't want to totally buy into the fact that, oh, she just accepted that we should wait until after wedding, so let's just wait. Like I mean, she's a 29-year-old lady. 29 years. So I am still not trying to free her from that, giving her that naive medal that, oh, fancy, you're very naive, so go. No, I'm still not buying into it. I just feel she knew that there is more to Alex not wanting it. Because why did I say that? Most, a lot of, okay, let me not use the word most, a lot of ladies who are into relationships like this or marriage like this know deep down what is going on. Okay. Thank you so much, Arad of Mary, for coming. I appreciate you. They know, okay, Nigeria, no problem. They know that this is what their husbands are into. In Abuja and Lagos, these women are everywhere. They know, especially these celebrities. Some celebrities, some pastors, some not just celebrities, politicians, they are aware. Their wives, their girlfriends are aware. Some of them know that this is what their men do. But they kept quiet for this reason, either for the fame or for the money. So they stayed put. They know, and these men get married just for cover up. And these women know, but they pretend and just live the lies, you know, just carry on. Why do I say this? I have equally had an experience like this. And when I discovered that, I could remember what some of my friends told me. They were like, babe, you forehand. Like, even if he is, it doesn't matter. What matters is the money. And then the document. That's all that matters. And then afterwards, if you decide, if you don't want him anymore, you can just go for divorce. I mean, what's the big deal? People are always doing it. There are a lot of women out there who are doing it. And it's the normal thing. And I like, whoa, okay, these women know. And they want to continue living these lies to cover the men up. Why should I? Like, I'm going to be living a lie, an unhappy life. I don't have any problem with my sexual life. So why should I cage myself because of a selfish reason? I want to be in America. I want to be with a rich guy. When I ended it, they did. Till today, I know there are people who are not. There are some of my friends who I severed my relationship with them because they were unhappy that I called off that engagement. They were mad with me, and I told them, I said, "This is my life. I don't want to live a life of lies. I don't want to be desperate. Desperation is something that has caged and destroyed a lot of women's life. So, Fancy, I'm not trying to cut her. I want to cut her that slack and say, oh, she's very nice, because one, she's 29.
Yeah, host,
29.
I just went to her YouTube channel. That video, her first video was when she was 16 years modeling for L'Oreal hair. So she should be
Oh, you're breaking up. Maybe it's the
yeah,
network.
thereabout. So she's not a very young girl to say that she's naive. And why she might be comfortable in this Alexis kind of situation. If you're working with models in the US, you understand you have to accept the fact that they have a lot of people that are like that in the industry.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
understand? So to her, it might not mean anything, and she even made statements about it that she has mixed up with a lot of people. To her, she doesn't see anything wrong in with all of those. You understand? But that is her belief
But
and
why
her
did she now, if
understanding.
it wasn't a problem for her, why did she come out with this revelation? Did anybody put words into her mouth? Did anyone ask her? I mean, this is her private life. Intimacy is supposed to be a private life. No, nobody asked her, Nancy, for 5 years, were you digging Alex? No, I didn't see anything like that on social media. Nobody questioned her intimacy, if they were doing the do or not doing the do. So why did she feel we need that information? Because she's the one bringing all these things out. She was not questioned. Neither did Alex
Host.
come out to say, I have been knocking fancy.
See, host, when you are hurting, you react differently to things than when your heads are clear. Okay, when the emotions are raving high, you don't think too clear before you. That's why my advice would be, if you think you are boiling, that you have a problem, take a break, think through before you come out to spill. Honestly, that information is so damaging. That is the reason why
Unnecessary.
somebody like me will now say straight up, Alex is this, Alex is that. Okay. But like I say, it takes maturity. Some people might be 50, but they are still not matured. They might be 80, they are still acting like babies. So it all depends on what she planned to gain, or people supporting her, those of her friends putting out those things on the media. No, you have to speak your truth. You have to, everybody want her to talk,
Mm-hmm.
but she should stop
You,
talking.
you you saw what she read now, that she will no longer be silent. This is her year. She will no longer keep silent. She's gonna spill, and the more she spills what doesn't make sense, what is not needed. You see, social media is something that has drained a lot of people. The informations that are not needed, you bring them out. They are unnecessary. Fancy has been the only one spilling everything, even when
But
she's not
host,
asked.
let me be honest with you. Apart from the fact that I've grown a little to know a lot of things, you understand? If the reverse were the case, that maybe I was still in my 20s, you understand, and this happened to me, I am going to talk, will say 5 years, touch me. I would definitely say it loud.
You go talk.
Wait now.
But why do you feel you need to tell us?
That's what I'm telling you. Ndị Igbo si na ịta amalụ without ịsọ nsị, ta amalụ n'ike without ịsị, mmata gị n'isi, mmata pobolo. You understand?
Alex Otaliano Nike. Did Alex bite her buttock? What Alex did was to block her.
No, of course you did. You asked me to do this. We were in talking terms. We were planning and going back and forth on constructing this email. By the time we finished the construction, then the next thing you said you dumped me, right?
You see what she said? He refused. Not that he refused. The word refused. Refused. Not that he didn't, we agreed, or I agreed, or we did. He said he refused to touch me, meaning maybe she had even wanted it and the guy refused. So if the guy is the one that refused, why do you feel the need to come out to tell us that he refused? He refused. She said he refused to touch her it was difficult for her to understand and confused. She said it was difficult for me to understand and I'm confused. You see, let us read what Fancy is filling out. Fancy said he refused to touch me for 5 years. It was difficult for me. It was difficult to even understand.
Should I tell you why she will be thinking like that? First of all, she's a black woman living in America. And most, in
Uh-huh.
fact, half of her life, she has heard that she's not beautiful. She has heard that her hair is ugly, her forehead is ugly, her skin is ugly. She has
Fancy
heard that.
knows she's beautiful. That is why she's a model.
Wait,
Fancy
wait.
knows she's beautiful.
She might know she's beautiful, but what has she heard all her life? You tell me that my daughter is beautiful, right? But my daughter will come back and tell me, Mommy, they said I'm not beautiful. They say my eyebrows is halfway. They say my forehead is this. That is what every young black girl that have grown up in America, they in one word or the other, they must have heard that. Then now you now felt I've conquered the world. I've passed that age of teenage experience. I'm now an adult. I am a beautiful woman. Some people talk to me
Yeah.
as a beautiful woman.
She
We
now
now
realized that she's beautiful, isn't it?
Yeah. She realized she's beautiful and
Mm-hmm.
she met a man that looks handsome and the man refuses to touch her. She will go back thinking maybe he doesn't like me enough. Maybe I'm not really
Then
beautiful.
move on. Then move on and shut the door
that
on
is
his
where
face.
I have a problem with her coming back. That first move on was the best decision she ever took. This one that she did now was, will I say, a manipulated one, in the sense that they were busy not being honest with each other. And this guy was corny with his jiggle street sense, and then made this girl get into this thing again just
Remember
for
that you
one
said
purpose.
she is in America where it's normal to see people who are
Have
straight
different
and those who are
orientation.
bended, you know.
Yeah,
And
different
especially in her
sexual
line of
orientation.
yeah, in her line of career, also she must have met a lot of these people, and they have a lot of sexual orientation and exposures. So I don't see her finding, because she's saying the thing mess with her self-esteem. Mess with her self-esteem because a guy is refusing to touch you, and he's not the only guy. You are in America. There are a lot of people out there, and the guy is manipulative. The guy lies. The guy cheats. It's not coordinated.
Okay,
It's
the
not just
cheating
adding up.
she talked about the guy
True,
cheating with
Mamle, welcome,
curvy,
man.
the guy cheating
You
with
say what?
curvy women, the guy cheating with curvy women. And when she now probed with those women, Alex never went down with anybody.
So how is
Okay,
he not cheating with them, please?
you never see, what do you really consider sex? Sex is not only when the cucumber goes in there. You
Okay,
understand?
I
Cheating
want
is
to know. No, if he's cheating with plump women, fleshy women, what was he? Okay, is it just touching them, or is it just chatting with them, just gisting with them, or how is
cheating.
it cheating
Cheating
with them?
simply means that we both have an understanding and trust with each other, and you broke the trust by going to get close to another woman, getting intimate with another woman, whether it's by touching of hands or whatever. You're not supposed to do that. We owe each other that trust. That is cheating. She broke the trust they have between each other.
Okay, fine. He was cheating with his words, maybe by toasting, chatting, saving some, plump women's pictures and videos, maybe that one. And then this same guy isn't touching you. This same guy has refused to, like she said, refused to. He said, I don't want touch. Okay, maybe she should have asked him, is it because I'm not on the big side? Like, am I too skinny for you? And then she knows she's a model. So if she's too skinny and he wants the plump lady, this is an opportunity for the woman to bolt. Lady Posh, thank you so much for coming. It's an opportunity for her to know that, look, this guy, I don't belong here. This guy doesn't deserve me. You know why I keep saying this? She is not a child, and she's a young lady that has done so well for herself, built her career since she was a teenager. So I'm trying to understand, what is that thing that she wants from a guy who doesn't find you attractive in any way, a guy who has wasted 5 years of your life, a guy who you say he's cheating, he's manipulative, he's a liar, and he doesn't even find you attractive enough to go down with you. And you know what you are, what? Beautiful, young, and industrious, doing so well. Yet you went back to the same guy and ate up and soup, enjoyed yourselves. Then the guy now said, okay, baby, now I'm ready to start farming. I'm ready to start doing the writing. But first, before I start doing the writing, you have to remedy my image, redeem my image. You messed it up, you have to. Alex Ekubo is not the only fine bobo in Nigeria. A guy, I mean, there are bobos who will give you what you want. Oda Amarachi, thank you so much for coming. I appreciate you. There are guys who will give you everything you want, including the benching that you wanted. You are with this guy, you are begging for benching. He's not giving you the benching for good 5 years. Then you are going back to him again. What is it? What exactly? If you talk about handsome, being handsome, there are a lot of drop dead gorgeous, I mean, handsome bobos in Nigeria who are equally doing so well, smart, intelligent, and and hardworking. They are out there with very good cassava, ready to give it to you. But no, this same one that has all this baggage with big red flag is the one she went back to, and then she's forming being naive, being manipulated on, being used. Come on. Let's be telling. Oh, the more I look at this, the more I get pissed at a mistake, and then all the things she's feeling is not adding up. She's beginning to sound like a broken record to me. She's not sounding coordinated. If it's love, I don't think Alex was the one that disvirgin her, we say, because Alex was the one that deflowered her, so that's why she cannot leave him. First love is the deepest. Is the deepest. A lot of young ladies don't forget their first love. So we'll say, okay, maybe it's teenage love. Maybe they started this relationship since she was a teenager. The guy took her virginity and all that. But it's not the case. The guy didn't even do anything. She was begging for it. Because from the language, she said he refused. That means she wanted. And because before you say refuse, that means you asked for something and someone said no. And then you still don't understand why he's saying no. At a grown woman who should be making babies if she wanted. A grown woman who should be looking at once I'm 30. Whoa, that means I'm heading somewhere. And then a guy has not even touched you. You stayed put, left, came out, wrote what you wrote on social media, left, and then 1 year later, you are coming back that the guy manipulated you. Sis, you gave him the key to manipulate. You gave him the door. You opened the door wide. That means there are other guys who can also take advantage of her and manipulate her, if that's the case. If that's the case, a lot of guys will also take advantage of her or manipulate her into doing things. That she needs to be streetwise if that's the case. She needs to go back to the drawing board and learn to be smart. That look, these guys who always, if it's the case of taking advantage, let's say the guy has been using her, has been sleeping with her and all that, it should have been a different thing. What is it? What did the guy take from her? He didn't even take anything from you. So what are you going back to do?
No. I
I
disagree. He didn't take anything from her. You first said 5 years wasted, right?
She wasted that 5 years wasted by her.
Where I have
she wasted the 5 years with the guy.
This girl called off this engagement August last year. It took Alex 1 year to figure out, okay, by this December, I have to remedy my image or whatever. I don't know why it took them that long to bring this thing up again, or maybe he wanted to trend. People do all manner of dumb things to trend because they need to be relevant on social media. That is one thing.
But again, we didn't see Alex write anything.
Did he write the first time the breakfast was served?
No.
Alex can never give an interview or come online to defend it because people are gonna throw stones at him and he might not be able to dodge them. So he's not gonna. Anybody thinking he's going to do that is not gonna happen.
When he broke up with Yemi Alade, did we hear anything like this?
Break up with Yemi Alade would have known the reason why she doesn't need negativity in her career that she's trying to build. Everybody in one way have things to protect. If Yemi Alade had come out to say, man, I dated Alex, and that is, it's like there is something they call
which is what Fancy is doing now. This is what Fancy is doing.
You can't compare the two.
How old is Yemi Alade?
No. I can check Yemi Alade's age, but you can't compare the two. Yemi Alade dated this guy, like you said, they dated. I don't even know about that. And she moved on when he did not work out. These people, they've made an announcement online. They've given date for wedding. And everything was online. People were following them. They created an Instagram account together. So when it was not going to happen, the girl thought about going online to inform everybody, which I believe is the wrongest move to make. But because today's narrative is being controlled by the social media, People
social
think that
media.
is the best place to like air your opinion when you're having a problem with a
Mm-hmm.
lover, a friend, or even family or husbands. Most people do it. And Idibia, Tonto Dike, they come to online to air their
And see
personal
how it
problems.
messed them up. See how
So
it messed them up.
the thing is this: Nancy knew why she called off that engagement. Okay, she knew the reason why. It could be that her mother sat her down and said, "Don't you think that this is not right?" Or this, or maybe somebody gave a little advice, because some people don't know it all. She hasn't lived with it in what I mean. She has maybe what's his name? Alex would have been her first Nigerian grown man that she ever dealt with. You understand? Because the orientation, I keep saying it, orientation is key. I know some of our people here that went home and got wives or maybe husbands for their children. Coming here is like reorientation to understand
Yeah.
how things are done here. Again, I'm blaming Nancy, you understand, for going back to her vomit. I keep saying it. Once you've move on and stay moving on.
Wait.
Don't go back to that which you said, I don't want anymore, especially when you were the one that served the breakfast. Don't go back. That man, that woman is going to rubbish you, and continue to rubbish you if you eventually get into a marriage with that kind of human being. You're going to be on the pleading side as long as that relationship lasts. So that is the wrongest thing anybody can do. Okay, I'm talking
Mm.
like this now because I have thought about things. I've seen people's experiences, you understand? And I'm adding them to mine. I am studying. I'm also interacting with people. Would I have spoken like this maybe when I was 26? Maybe no. When I was 24? Maybe no. But today, we see things, we use other people's mistakes to learn. And this is going to be a learning point for a lot of young girls out there. Nancy has made her mess, but people should learn from it. Once you
Mm.
say, I am done with this, don't go back to a vomit. You're not a dog. Don't go back and start licking that poop. You're not a dog. People should get that.
That was why Alex, when you say, okay, she served him this breakfast, Alex ate the breakfast and kept quiet. It messed, the thing touched him. It did touch him because people came out and people were saying a lot
Do
of
you know
things
why it
after
touched
this whole
him?
thing happened.
Do you know why it touched him, host? Because
Why? That rumor, yes,
next thing
which
we
she is aware of.
the next thing we heard that Alex was engaged. Yay, that was a good remedy to that rumor, right? Then the next thing
Mm-hmm.
we're hearing that the engagement has been called off. Oh, maybe because the girl has now found out. You understand? The rumor came back
Mm.
doubled. Alex is looking for validation from the online. Alex, if you're straight, say you're straight. If you're still in the closet, tell everybody it's nobody's business.
Not
If
in
you, it,
Nigeria.
that's what
He
I'm saying.
is the woman that will use her number 6. When you meet a man that is curved, a man that isn't straight, it is the woman, because in Nigeria it is not still legalized. Okay, so it's hard for men to come out and say, oh, this is who I am. So a lot of them marry just to cover up, so people don't really understand. But you see them, they are closer to the other gender. So you as a wife that knows, or you as a girlfriend that knows that this may be. Let me tell you, in my case, the guy never told me. He never opened his mouth. We were planning wedding. He never mentioned it to me, but I had to figure it out. I had to figure it like, wait, oh, na me spice na. I don't understand. As I find like, I
Host,
know I don't find well, but I say as I find like this,
you know
you
why
get.
it was easy for you? You've got some experience about life and about other things. And you are a very defined person that you know what you want, especially when it comes to the other room. Okay? Some people are still figuring out who they are. Don't think our people are not messed up here. They are messed up. A child will wake up tomorrow and say, Mommy, don't you think I'm supposed to be a boy? That's a girl. That you now start doing the reorientation again. Things are
The more
screwed
reason
up.
why she should have known this is who Alex is. The more reason, because she sees
Maybe
them,
had
she
her
knows the
suspicion.
attitude, the character, the
She
signs,
had
the
her
handwriting.
suspicion. She had her suspicions, but she doesn't know that people in Nigeria. Maybe she does. I'm just giving maybe because
Mm-hmm.
I'm not so sure
Yeah.
what went on in
Because
that situation.
suspicion,
Yeah.
rumor, and then living the reality, seeing it. A guy, you met you, no, fancy, please, no. You know
No,
what?
he
You
won't
know,
say it that way. He will come on hugging, all cuddling, all of that to
oh,
pretend that
baby
all is going
girl.
on well. You understand? But you see, I want you to keep this our body. We want to keep it, until wedding day. And the girl will like, after all, this guy smooshed me in the other room. This guy does it, so he can't be this way. You understand? Based on that, you will be giving hope.
People
I hope you.
who are like this, they do all sorts. In fact, some of them are bi,
Mm-hmm.
they do women, do men, but they
Mm-hmm.
are more into men, but they do
Yeah.
women just to keep it going so nobody suspects. So
Yeah.
if the man serves it once in a blue moon, but he's always happy to be amongst his some of his friends. You see the way he behaves around some friends, you see his closeness, how long they talk. I have to, what the essence of this one is. There are people, yes, like you said, maybe that might still be naive, but this is a learning. This is a lesson for everyone. Open your eyes. If you see it, please. If it looks like it, please know that it is. If it looks like it, if it's looking like it, please just know that yes, it is, because most often times our instincts are very sharp when it comes to things like this. If peradventure you suspect, you are looking like, if I'm going to this thing is looking like this, just know that all the quantities like that. Now, what are the signs? I saw this person is always very close to one particular guy. They talk all the time, and then they traveled. Me, I'm at home. They went on a vacation. How can two dudes go on a vacation? Jeez. I'm like, and then I got a call when we're here chilling at the beach. How can two boys be chilling at the beach now? I should be on bikini chilling at the beach. I get how to calculate this thing. I said, no. You have to put, I said, even if this guy doesn't tell me, the handwriting is boldly written. And then, the language, no, let us wait until after wedding. That was the line he gave to me. Let us wait. I now decided as a woman, I said, no, I need to try. I made the move and I was turned down. It affected, I was like, geez, me, made a move and turned down because I really wanted to be sure what is going on. And then he said, no, wait till after wedding. Me, like I need to wait till after wedding, that is in 2 months' time. And then I sleep in another room entirely. Entirely. No. Nobody person. I carry my bag. I ran back to Nigeria. When I got to Nigeria, I know that I am safely home. Me carry my phone. I say, bros, no vex. I know do again. I know they come. So if I had wanted my interest, if I wanted my interest to override my sense of reasoning, I would have been there, maybe crying. Me will like the thing with my husband. I would have been crying. Interest. People sometimes agree to certain things, or they allow their selfish interest to blindfold their sense of reasoning. They pretend or they shut their eyes towards what is very obvious. It's obvious. You've heard the rumor, and then aside the rumor, you are leaving it. You made a move because for her to say he refused, that means she must have equally made a move. And this guy said, no, wait till after wedding. With that rumor, she should be able to put 2 and 2 together and know that 2 plus 2 is 4, not 6. 2 plus 2 is 4, not 2. So she should have been able to figure it out with the rumor ongoing. With the rumor, 1 year, 2 years, 3 years, 4 years, and still nothing. You're waiting for wedding of 2023. You're waiting for it before with that rumor. And then supposing she didn't call it off, okay? 2023, they will not get married. And when they now get married, what happens? Tomorrow she will come out on social media and come and disturb Oyoyo and I. Hey, Oyoyo, my husband has refused to touch me since after wedding. I don't know what kind of thing. I have been suspecting this since our relationship. Oyoyo, and spice it up. You guys should come. Go and tell this lover, my husband has refused to touch me. Whereas the signs has been there. The handwriting has been boldly written on the wall. The red flag is there staring at her. So this is not just nice, it's people allowing selfishness to overcloud their sense of reasoning. People get married for selfish reasons. Now there's this guy, what's that his name? I'm going to bring his name. The wedding, just he got married, not too long, the marriage packed up, and then he now remarried last year. As we speak, that marriage didn't last up to 1 year. It didn't last up to 1 year. It has equally 2 wives in 2 years. 2 marriages packed up. People see these signs. They know, they see, they can read it, but they just shut their eyes. They just pretend because they want to be married. They want to answer Mrs. Ekubo, Mrs. Alex Ekubo, Nollywood actor, the wife to Nollywood actor. And then whenever he comes to America, oh, that's my husband. Oh, your husband is so cute. He's so handsome. Oh my God, look at his pink lips. Look at his beards. They don't know, say inside the other room, they finish the woman. Then you are quiet. This, if she didn't call up this relationship, let's say something didn't happen, they would have been married this year. And when they got married, she would come on social media to equally disturb our peace on how her husband has not been able to touch her for years. There's a video I was watching yesterday with my husband last night. And in that video, the lady was crying out on social media. Let me bring up this other one I was talking about. She was crying out on social media. Okay, wait, let me finish this. She was crying out on social media. What was her problem? She said, okay, she said that she's getting married. That was before Christmas, the Saturday after Christmas, that she's getting, the past Saturday, that she's getting married, crying seriously, but that her parent-in-laws haven't come to see her parents. And she's feeling so bad. A grown woman crying that her parent-in-laws have refused to come see. They said they will come the following morning before the wedding. And that they drove 5 hours to come see them, but to come for the wedding. But for that 5 hours, after the 5 hours, they said they are very tired, so they won't be able to see them. And the question a lot of people were asking her on social media was like, well, what is our business? Why are you bringing it on social media? Your wedding is tomorrow, and you're crying to us on social media that your parent-in-laws have not gone to see your parents. And you're crying, I said, get off social media, go wipe your face, go rest and take a sleep. If they come, fine. If they don't come, fine. Social media shouldn't be the first point of call as a bride to be. If I'm your husband's brother, I see that now that night that marriage ends. Because every day the matter with this social media. Welcome, Trending Gist. Welcome. Thank you so much for coming, Queen. I appreciate you.
Thank you very much for having me. Host, you said something that made me to jump in. I didn't make dinner safe. I said, make I jump in. You talked about being with someone and you didn't see the green light that the person is not touching you or anything. Let me tell you a story. So this is a story of someone that I know, and she had been with this person, very nice person that we all knew, you know, very, as in, taking people out and buy drinks and buy jail, this one, that one, like you very nice person. And one day, you know, girls talk now, as ladies will just sit there and we are talking and generally analyzing things. And then we were just that some women will be bragging that, my man didn't touch me, or that this. Now we were just generally talking as friends, but she didn't say anything. When the other persons left, that we were just the three of us, that she's comfortable with, the two of us, myself and the other lady, she said, my man fall in that category. Such a good man. Just saying that let me sleep through for night. For how many months now? I can't even remember when last. The both of us just kept quiet, turned and looked at her.
Cora, I was bragging with it too. I was bragging with this same thing too. That what a nice man. He doesn't talk. I was bragging until my eyes opened.
Do you understand?
Yeah, I can hear you.
That's why I'm telling you that if maybe she felt the category of women that sees that as a big irresponsible man, they won't.
Oh dear, you're breaking. Can you move away from your location? Can you move away from your location a little bit?
Flex like
Sweetheart, can you move away from your location? It's breaking. We can't hear you. If you can. Welcome, James. Thank you so much, James. I appreciate you. Thank you, everyone, for staying with us up to this very moment. I appreciate you all, okay? Thank you, Cornelius, sweetheart. Cora, can you hear me? Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
I can hear you, host.
Okay, I don't know. We lost her. Okay, she
Yeah,
fell
it
off
could be
already now.
network. It could be network.
Yeah, it could be her network. And when I was on her live stream, I was falling off like that. So I didn't know what happened.
Yeah. So, host, I'll be stepping down, okay? And I will still leave my phone running. I will hear you from the background, okay?
No problem, Queen. Thank you so much for your amazing contribution. I appreciate you.
Thank you too.
You're awesome. Thank you. All right. So, like Cora was saying, I hope she comes back to complete what she was saying to us because we couldn't hear her. And like I said, I know what she was trying to talk about is women who could be with such guys and they would think it's normal thing. Yes, at first I was bragging with it, like, what a nice guy, Niger guy. What the Niger guys cannot try this. You can't be with Niger guys and they will not want to touch you. But look at this man. You know, he's not even making any move. Wow. I was bragging with it until I started piecing the whole thing together, trying to piece it together like, wait, oh, this one don't pass guy way one wait till after wedding. I bragged with that. I was so proud of that. But when I started feeling it, when I started getting the signs, I had to sit down. They say wisdom is applicable. This is marriage, not a relationship. And I don't have any intention of jumping into a marriage and then jump out of it 2 years later or 1 year later. I don't have that any intention. So no matter what, so long as it's not for a selfish reason, I'm not ready to gamble it. I don't want to gamble marriage. I don't have any selfish reason. I don't have any selfish intention. I found someone I thought I liked, I loved, someone that equally loves and cherishes me. But when it comes to this, there are things we can't compromise. In marriage, you can't play with the other room. In marriage, you can't gamble with intimacy. In marriage, you can't just say, well, as a new wife, if he touches you today, till 6 months later. In marriage, that means you should be ready. That in that marriage, you either cheat or the guy will be cheating. Goodness Diary, thank you so much for coming. I really appreciate you. Thank you. Happy New Year to you. Happy New Year. Welcome. Thank you. Please give me a thumbs up, okay? I appreciate you. So in marriage, there are things you don't gamble with. Intimacy is one of them. Cheating is another. Manipulation is another. If you know a man or a woman is manipulative, by all means, don't even go ahead with that relationship. Talk about engagement or marriage. Someone who is a cheat, a liar. These are huge red flags. These are big red flags that any woman shouldn't ignore. And then the bunger of it all is a man. I mean, you are with a man. He's playing with intimacy. Now, Kalo use your pekus, they play with that. He's gambling with your life. Because why you married? Okay, you're married to become reverend sisters and reverend fathers in marriage. Why gamble with such? These are the reasons why people cheat. Peppy, sweetheart, welcome. Thank you so much for coming. I appreciate you. Welcome. These are the reasons why people cheat while they are married. You know your husband doesn't want it. He doesn't like it. And they know it doesn't matter. After all, not be food. You enter. After marriage, you now want it. The man tell you, but you know I have been like this. I mean, we dated for 5 years. I didn't touch you. So are you expecting me to start touching you every night? This is a big red flag. Something she shouldn't have even considered. I mean, this one, if you jam the door, padlock am, carry 10 inches nail, knock the door, make sure that you don't ever cross that door again. And yes, she went back. We saw a chat, though that chat I can't really verify because anybody can use WhatsApp to manipulate chat. I can put anybody's name and exchange chat with a person, okay, and then screenshot and come out on social media to say this is my chat with so person, whereas it's not true. So I cannot really verify. But in that chat, we can see that where Alex was telling her how to coordinate, how to compose the chat. I mean, compose the apology letter. He was telling her how to go about, remove this, put this. This is too lengthy. This is too short. This is like this. This is like that. In that chat. So I don't know the authenticity of that chat. I don't know if it's real or fake. So that's why I can't even bring up the chat. But the red flags already that she listed are huge enough for any lady. 20-year-old women are matured already. 25 years are big babes already. 30 years, you are a full-grown woman. You don't have any reason to say you're naive, especially if you've been independent and doing well for yourself. Especially when you've been fending for yourself, doing so well career-wise. And then one Ninja boy with pink lips and beard will come and manipulate you. After wasting 5 solid years of your life. Because let's say assume that the relationship started when she was 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29. Let's say 5 years given to that. That's 29 years, isn't it? She's already matured when she got into that relationship. She wasn't a teenager. She wasn't 20 when she got in that relationship. She was already a full-blown woman. Already known her left from her right. BIH Pride, thank you so much for coming. BIH, I really appreciate you. Thank you, Yoma. Goodness Diary, thank you so much. Please don't forget to give me a thumbs up, okay? I really appreciate you all. And if you're watching me from the background, please feel free to come in, give me a thumbs up, and join the discussion. If you have another view, come up, let's discuss. This is a live stream, okay? And your opinions are respected, okay? So, she's already a full-grown woman, already an adult, living an independent life. Look at the time she started her career as a teenager. She started her career as a teenager, doing so well. At that time, where was Alex even? Let's even, when this lady started her career, where was Alex? If we want to go back to that time this lady started her career, she should be doing so well, better off than Alex. She must have gained years of experience. What I see is just a lady desperate to be married to a handsome guy. Because if not money, she's making the money for herself. If not fine, she's beautiful and gorgeous. If not success, she's successful in her career. She's beautiful, curvy, shapy. I mean, everything any man would want from a woman. Everything. I don't know about her character. But at least, judging from her look, you can see that she's one of these ladies that every guy wants to flaunt around. Every guy wants to be around. As a guy, you have that woman, you want to flaunt her. You want to show her up. You want to be all over her. You want to eat her up. But no, that's this. Here is Alex saying, hey, baby, you know what? I can't give it to you now until after wedding. But yet, he likes the big ones, the curvy ones, the voluminous ones, the Ikebe super ones. He wants those ones. Yet he's waiting until after marriage. When you saw the handwriting boldly written on the wall. You saw it. The red flag was so bright. But desperation. That's why I asked in that video. If you've not seen that video, please go and watch that video. Ask in that video. Say, wait. You're beginning to sound like a broken record. You're calling for a pity party game. You brought this upon yourself. Eh? You already shut that door. You already say you're done with this relationship because you saw the handwriting on the wall. BIH Price said it's not her fault that she loves him. Sometimes women are mumu for wrong men. My dear, it get level when woman go do mumu reach. That's a level of mumuish, of loving. In this era of social media, women are loving with their heads now. It's no longer in those days where if in our own time, without social media, where if you get one boy break your heart, it will take you 10 years before you go into another relationship. In this era now, almost as they close your door, they open another one. A lot of informations are out there. Yes, she loved, but are we saying it's love? I mean, deep love that will make her want Alex back, despite all the red flags. A guy who prefers the other size, you know, he's seen big bobbies, and he can't take his eyes off the big bobbies. He's seen those curvy big bum, and he can't take his eyes off those bum. Because she's curvy and petite, you know. She's beautiful and, you know, well shaped, but she don't get them in voluminous, in quantum. She doesn't have them in quantum, but he wants those ones in quantum. Yet he kept her. What woman would want to keep loving such a man who disrespects her that way? What woman will keep loving a man who doesn't value her? What woman will keep loving a man who doesn't value her or see anything good in her? Despite all she is, despite all she has done for herself, despite her achievements, despite her beauty. There are a lot of men I know out there that want to, get this lady, whatever it takes to get there, to get her. But they're not famous. They're not superstars. They're not Alex Ekubo. They are not famous. They are not Nollywood actors. There are men out there. Which kind of love, my sister? If my love, we don't see love now. We don't see love. Waiting. We don't see love. This one will be teenage love. This one will be young girl love. This girl is an adult. Is it up to or when she's 40 that she would start learning? Is it when she's 40 that her eyes will be open to these manipulations and understand the antics of men? Is it when she's 40 or 50 before she could be able to read the handwriting boldly written on the wall for her to see? I don't think so. I don't think so. I don't want to buy that. A guy who even though she wanted it, oh, she not be virgin. That's to say that a guy who has refused to, maybe she's giving him the virginity. The guy say, no, I don't go break him. She handed it over to him. The guy said, I don't want it. Okay, she's not a virgin. She served herself. The guy refused for 5 years. Even if they are not living together in the same country, the fact that she has to come down to Nigeria, or the fact that this guy had to go over to US, is enough for them to desire themselves. She not be picking where she go say she they keep her virginity for careful. I don't think she's the born again Christian. Otherwise, she go to tie her head very well, like Deeper Life. Alex is not a born again Christian either. Because Odogu is clubbing very well. The guy is clubbing and he's loving the voluminous ones. He's liking those big ones. So a born again Christian cannot be cheating. A born again Christian cannot be manipulative. A born again Christian cannot be a liar. So let's even remove religious reason far away from him, because he's not close to being religious. My sister, that is the thing we are dissecting now. So if this guy, is not straight, he's not straight like ruler. If he's not like ruler, is she trying to say she didn't see the signs despite the rumor? Because somebody was asking her, he said, somebody was saying that you ruined his reputation, you know, with what you posted, you know, with what you said about him. And she said, I am not the one. The rumor has been out there. So I am not the one trying to ruin his image. So if Fancy has heard such rumor, she heard the rumor, she entered. 6 months into the rumor, she didn't see any sign of Odogu touching her at all. 1 year, the rumor is still there. Nothing. Rumor plus evidence equals to what? Proof. Abi? She has heard. I have seen. I have heard. Was she waiting for Alex to come and spell it out to her? Fancy, I am this. Obi is a boy. A for apple, Fancy. B for ball. G for G-A-Y. Is that what she's waiting for? No man will come out and tell you, you have to put your two and two together. You have to use your number 6. They will not come out and tell you that, oh, I'm not straight as ruler. I am curvy. I like the back door. Front door, no, they move me. That is why her front door no move on. Because this girl is a model now. I mean, I can imagine the kind of cream she's using, looking so sweet, her behind, you know, so well curved and all that. And the guy, you give him hot, you say, you know, collect him. Is enough proof that rumor, there is no smoke without fire. That rumor could be true. That rumor could be true. Since she has heard it. And now you are now with the guy. The first time you visited the guy, you hugged. His odogo, his manhood didn't stand. His body didn't do him gigi. The first night you spent together, you undressed yourself, put on some love, you know, some sexy, you know, this thing, and his body, he didn't move. Then you got up and, hey, guy, wake up, waiting. I don't understand, though. What is all this? Oh, guys, sit down when we talk. What is all this? Are you standing straight or you're curved? Let me know. Are you straight or curved? Let me know. So if those rumors were there, and then the first time you guys met, you spent some days together, this guy didn't make any move. It's enough time for her. I mean, 6 months, 1 year. Let's assume they met twice in a year. That twice in a year, you spent days together. Nothing. You went back. The following year, the same thing. Either he visited or you visited. The same thing. These people are in the industry we know. Music industry, movie industry, hajureju, politicians that they carry the Acholonu box on their head. The box of curve, now politicians carry on for their head. All these rich politicians, this is what they do. A lot of them. Actors, music artists. There are a lot of them. The industry is being messed up and being polluted with these guys. It's been messed up and polluted. Look at Uche Madago. He came out there to say, yeah, he was saying it boldly. He was saying it. Was it what Fancy was waiting for him to tell her for 5 years? You were waiting for your guy to come and tell you, hey, baby, I'm not straight, I'm curved. It was reserving her for best moment. Is it a sacrificial moment? Was he reserving her for the last offering? I mean, for the last sacrifice? Was he reserving her for the last sacrifice? What reservation? Or who for the last sacrifice? Mama, fine babe like this, you're reserving her for 5 years, and the baby is waiting. Fancy, you forehand. F for Fancy, F for forehand. Fancy forehand big time, because she's not a baby. So I'm not going to spare her on this. I'm not going to say she's very naive, you know, she's not streetwise, she's in America. American babes, they wise up. Man, from 18, these children, they get the orientation very early. Then they wise up. And they have these people there where it is legalized, where it's accepted. So when you see a guy, you know this is a guy. When you see a boy girl, you know this one a boy girl. When you see a guy that doesn't look like a guy, but is looking like, you know, you know them, then they're here. You see a woman, you know it's a woman. You see a woman, man, you know. You see boy girl, you go no saying a boy girl. So they are used to the signs, they are used to knowing these people, their traits, their character traits, everything about them. So I wonder why fine babe, educated babe, fell flat for Nigeria street guy. When you are where this thing is well exposed, where it's well explained, I mean, it's well accepted, you know, but you won't marry. You won't marry this guy. You won't marry her. You wait straight. You wait the woman. Well, like Benshi, you want to marry this guy. And then when it happens, even though nobody asked you, you came out spilling. For 5 years, he never touched me. He refused to. He refused to touch me. No be church too often they go. He refused to touch you. No be tradition on they do. He refused to touch me. He refused to. He wants them in quantum. He refused to touch you. He is lying. He still refused to touch you. That thing that made her leave should have kept her very, very far away from him. That thing that kept him very far, that thing that kept her away for almost a year, should be what should have kept her. But smooth talk, one sweet word without cucumber, she fall flat. If not the one we don't dey chop, I go say, "Child, this guy Gbola too sweet. Now I make this babe the wrong go back. Oh, this guy, if he don't shift her womb, this guy, if he don't scatter her brain, if he don't scatter her dada, this guy must have given it to her. He must have dealt seriously with her. That is why she's running back. Because some women, the moment you give it to them very good, it will be difficult to break that relationship. Yes, it is always difficult to break a very good one. When you meet a guy who is very good and who serves very well, it is always very difficult to break. So this is not even the case for Nancy. It is not even the case. So what line, what acting line, what line did this guy read out to her? What line did he read out to her that made her fall flat and came running back? Well, it's good point for her though. She go get another suitor right away, knowing that Alex has not touched her. This one now maybe a new chassis. Imagine for 5 years, the thing they intact. Fancy now time to market your goods. Who knows if that's the reason why she even had to say it to? Wait. The trending just saying fine boy syndrome. Wait. Something is just clicking here. Wait, what if she wanted to just tell everyone that I am still intact, despite being with Alex for this number of years? I am still intact, still fresh, still tight, still put together, not been defiled. Suitors will come running. Hey, suitors will come running. Nothing like this womb shift. Nothing like this shifting of womb. A place where human being comes out. Now womb shifting day, Joe. Because Alex have won the award of the first man to say no to relationship intimacy for 5 years till after marriage. Naija Chris, I'm telling you, we need to give the guy award. We need to. But wait, see, seriously, wait. What if na indirect marketing? Fancy don't do be this. What if this is indirect marketing? Like, I am still intact, tear leather. This guy no break any high men. Everything is still tam, is still new chassis. New chassis. So now those, on the other hand, some guys who thought Alex must have scattered this girl's puna, Alex must have dealt with this guy, Alex must have scattered the place. They will all know that so this girl has been intact. Alex not even near there. So let us rush her. Let's see how it unfolds. When you say the marriage was called off because of Alex's extravagant wedding. Alex wanted extravagant wedding. She wanted a very quiet wedding. But maybe this thing even add up. Extravagant wedding will make a man wanted to give a woman extravagant wedding, and then the woman is calling off an engagement because of this. Maybe we even rub minds together. Anybody who want to jump on this link now, this particular talk now that Oyoyo brought, I want us to talk about it. Any lady that wants to jump up, please quickly jump on this link that I'm dropping now. Let us even talk about this. Is it possible for a man to want to give his woman a dream wedding, extravagant wedding? Money now from Mama B. Oyoyo, Shena, the money is coming from him, not from her. She, that's the link there. She, the money will be coming from Alex, not from Fancy. I want to understand. Because what I know is that a lot of women, you see, things are not adding up. A lot of women usually will buy into the extravagant wedding. A lot of women want big weddings, societal weddings. They want extravagant. They want you to go extra mile. They want you to just dot every I, cross every T's, give them everything. They call it the dream wedding. And then a woman will call up engagement because her man wants to give her extravagant. Remember, wedding is for women. Who do we have here? Okay, that's Oyoyo. Okay, I want to get this particular point you dropped now. I know that is the reason the wedding preparation, the style of wedding was the problem between them. Now, Oyoyo, is it possible that a woman will just call up a man with his own money wants to give the wife extravagant wedding, and then the wife says no? So for this, I'm calling up engagement.
He wasn't forthcoming with the bills. The girl was booking hotel rooms by herself, so she had to cancel most of those hotel rooms. And let me be very frank here. A woman in the US can call off a wedding based on financial reasons, because it's not having a flamboyant wedding that is the issue here. It's where, according to the girl, where are we going to live? Are we going to buy a house? And all of that. So if you're throwing away so much money because you want to please the society, that Alex Ekubo's wedding was the talk of the town, which the lady was not interested in. Financial reason is the number one thing that will call off a marriage, talk more of an engagement.
So that means she has to bring part of the money, isn't it? So Alex is not the one footing it completely.
No.
Okay, now I get it. Now I get it, because I know the typical Naija babe, that her guy has money. Her guy is a celebrity, has money. A typical Naija babe will flow with the wind, like, oh, give me my dream wedding. You can go on we can even go to Bahamas, fly everybody. Oh, yo, trending gist, Naija daughter, BIH, Peppy, oh, let's go to Bahamas. My husband is ready to give me my dream wedding. They will embrace some surprise that I like calling it for that reason.
And women born and raised in Nigeria. For girls that are here, born here, the first thing they are thinking about is their finances. I said that before I stepped down. That is number one thing a girl got to learn the moment she's turning 18, how to safeguard her finances, how not to be extravagant. Because if you're extravagant and your credit is ruined, you're going to suffer for a long time to get that credit remedied. So the girl was wise in the sense that if it was based on finances, she has every reason, because you need to think about the mortgage. Are we buying a house? Are we living in an apartment? Is it condo, home? And if you're not answering me in any of these, you're just more interested in having a flamboyant wedding whereby the whole world will know, because you want to put an image.
Because she's bringing part of the money.
Yes. So you want to what the society will say, not what is going to happen to us after the wedding.
Yeah. Oh, now I get it, because I was thinking Alex was ready to give her the wedding of her dream. You know, na celebrity be na celebrity. I don't almost forget saying a celebrity, no be celebrity. Thanks to the Gist Lover. Celebrity. Being a celebrity, I was thinking he wanted to spend all the money, because trust me, there are guys abroad who equally give their women extravagant wedding. That like that. I'm a robber. You know, that was
you just said it right. Like that, I'm a robber. Okay. Because the money he was throwing about is not his money.
Wasn't his money.
Yeah. So that's why he was throwing about money that he acquired illegally. So he doesn't know what it is to like work so hard to make money. People do extravagant wedding here, but it's not a one person that sponsor it. Is for the two people involved. They bring money together to get the kind of wedding they want. But Alex was not willing to listen. Even when the girl was writing her, there is a new text on Linda Ikeji. I don't know if you've seen it. Showing that an engagement text between them, the first breakup before she came public. She had texted Alex. Alex would never responded. The only thing Alex was talking about was, I don't want Mrs. Tony to hear this. I hope you are aware. Once Mrs. Tony sees this information, just forget it. A lady wrote you a lengthy email telling you that she's calling off the marriage based on finances because people are not jiving in that aspect of it. You're concerned about Mrs. Tony hearing what she wrote. Instead of you say, okay, I heard you, let's have a phone call. 3 days after, this same Alex did not respond to this girl. He wasn't interested.
And this is a woman you're planning wedding with.
Yeah. all he was responding to in after that 3 days, I don't want to be how could you if this thing should go into internet, forget about me. You haven't touched the ground. She's concerned about who is going to foot all these bills. Why are we going to spend so much money because you want to do image, image, image? Image is everything. And then further, she understand how they value image so much for him to have spent so much money to get a doctorate degree so that he will look good in front of people. You see where the thing is, this Alex has no family value. You understand? It's not in his agenda in
Yeah.
that relationship. That relationship basically was to use it to front to the whole world that I have a woman in the house, so that you guys can leave me to continue my desired sexual, orientation or sexual life. You
Yeah.
understand? But he backfired. And it would have worked so well for him
Mm.
if he did not backfire, because the girl is overseas. When they see, maybe once in a while, summer, and that kind of situation. But he didn't really plan to marry, but he planned to have a wife as a cover-up to what
Mm-hmm.
might be obvious.
I'm seeing this thing here now. I'm trying to um sorry, I'm trying to read out the chat. Is it is it this one? Can you see
Yes, yes. Just, yeah,
this,
keep
right?
reading and going back and forth, you see.
Yeah, I'm coming. I'm coming. I'm coming. Screenshots. Okay. Now let me see. She said, okay, this is from her. Okay, this is her to Alex. Say, hey Alex, for the past 5 years, I thank you for the time. Is it this one? I thank you for the time we've spent together. I wish I could tell you this on the phone, but you've refused to answer my phone for 5 days now because you are upset about the fact that I won't agree to overspend on the wedding. I've always believed that the marriage is more important than the ceremony, which is why I've been pushing for a small, intimate wedding. I understand your industry and how looking good is important to the outside. For an example, seeing your priority to spend money on a doctorate degree just to look good, while we have so many expenses and issues on ground, like where we are going to live and how we're going to afford this wedding, is something I can't comprehend. By the way, I canceled the hotel. I can't support you doing this. I canceled the hotel. I can't support you doing this. Can't support you doing this. It doesn't make financial sense to me. I understand packaging in your word, but for me, it's a no. Hey,
This
hey.
one was never made public. And
Yeah,
maybe
this was
Alex continued to.
August last year. That was
Mhm.
August 18th last year.
It was never made public. And Alex continued to avoid this girl. No call, no conversation. Maybe that was why she came out public. The one he will hear very well.
Mm. But I mean, coming out public on social media didn't really help the situation. And now, okay, now has Alex thinking, way of thinking changed? No. That's what I don't understand. Why did Fancy now go back? You have your principles. This guy can't afford extravagant wedding, and he wants to lash on you to get this kind of celebrity wedding. Of course, these people want to drive cars they can't afford. They want to live in houses they can't afford. They want to dress up in designers they can't maintain. At the end of the day, they're living fake
Host,
lives, and
you
this girl
can now
understood
see,
this.
you can see that this is the more reason why it might have been Alex that engineered this apology in the very first place, because
On
he
what
had other
ground?
intent
On what ground?
to remedy his image, that his ego that he felt bruised since last year.
No, on the part of Fancy, on what ground? Why would Alex want her to make that apology? Why? What
To
was she looking for that would
she
make
for
Alex
her,
ask her?
I really don't know what she was looking for. Is it that she still wants to get back into that relationship? I doubt, because that apology is false. So I don't even want to believe anything they wrote there, because they both were listening to each other. Alex was coming up until you apologize publicly, I will not listen to you. So I don't even know what to believe in right now. The only thing I would tell them is move on and move very far away from Alex. He doesn't fit you. Period.
Far away, like far away. Like this is the second time. Move far away. Don't give him that opportunity anymore. No matter his sweetness, his sweet mouth. Look at what this Dr. Penking, I don't know if you follow this guy, Dr. Penking, on Instagram. He said, women always say they want a man who doesn't ask them for, for sex. But Alex told Fancy, let's wait till marriage. And because of that, she said he is, GAY. If I see a book on how to understand women, I'll buy at any price. Then he went further to say, so Fancy said that Alex refuses to have sex with her for 5 years and insisted they wait till marriage. And this messed with her self-esteem.
Yes, no.
Same way, same women always say they want an intentional man. They want intentional men who is after them, not for their body, but for something permanent. And then he's concluded by saying, now that you have seen one, you are complaining. Now, wow, what do women really want?
The man should go and sit down. Let him advise his sister that way.
He should go and sit down. Honestly, if only Alex had Fancy had kept this whole information away. It would have been better if she had wanted to spill, like pour out her heart. She finds a better medium. Either, like you said, go to her platform, talk on her platform, pour out your heart on your platform. Let people come, read or listen or watch. Or if she feels that her platform won't get that kind of traffic, then go to a big blogger. Pay a big blogger to carry it. Spill everything. That way you'll not be dropping, all this talk, not really making sense to a lot of people. Because the question I will keep asking when it comes to this intimacy for 5 years is, this guy wanted an extravagant wedding, but one big red flag. He's not bringing out the money. You have to bring the money. And of course, you cannot afford such kind of wedding. And it's all for his image, selfishness. Just for his image, Alex Ekubo's wedding, they want to outdo one another in the industry. When I see this wedding, I just say, these people, you cannot intimidate me. All the people tapping and saying, God, when you want to put pressure on your man, sorry, these people are living fake lives. You don't know if they're owing a bank, huge amount of money. So I'm not just going to even envy any of them. Then this guy has been manipulated. This guy has been lying. This guy has been disrespecting you.
Host,
you caught him cheating.
Host, what they did now on the internet, that picture they took together, Alex and Fancy, they cut off Fancy's head and put Bobrisky there. So is now Alex Bobrisky.
Why are Nigerians mean now? Wait, why are they mean? Why are they mean? Why are Nigerians mean?
I just wanted you to laugh. Let me step down.
Why are they mean now? Where is their joy? Where is the joy of Nigerian or I don't know? Where is their joy? How can you? Oh, she fell off. How can you cut off the man's head and put Bobrisky? This is not fair. This is not fair already. This is not nice. Come on, guys, be nice. Be nice. Juba Bruce, thank you so much for coming. I appreciate you. Welcome. Welcome, Juba. Please give me a thumbs up, okay? This is just it. You see, that is what is speculations, rumors, and she would have averted all this if only she moved on without looking back, without turning. If only she didn't allow herself to be manipulated, because sometimes people allow themselves to be manipulated, to be used. Even in today's world, in marriages, in relationship, you allow the devil to manipulate you, to use you, and then you come out crying. When you saw it boldly, you could read it. It was so glaring. The guy baggage plenty. I gave it to him. Yes, he's a manipulative, jack. But his own baggage was too heavy. Then, I don't know, the question asked, did Fancy forget her red bra and her red pants? If that be the case, Alex was not doing you. How did you remove the red bra and the red pants? If Alex was not doing you for 5 years, what did you forget with Alex? Is it your heart? That heart should have been, mended. Come out that heart. That heart is no longer helping you. Remove that heart. Keep that heart somewhere. Go and cement it. Go and cement that heart so that nobody will be able to manipulate and use you if that's the heart. Because this is just too much. It is too much. She better find a platform where she can either express herself coherently, where she'll be coordinated. Not this dropping talk here and there, or you drop in comment section, you drop here, you drop here. No. Look for a good platform. Either her platform, if she can use her platform, then let her, maybe get in touch with Daddy Freeze. He has a large followership, or Linda EKG, pay her. Of course, that's her job. She likes gossip. Gossip na her food. Now gossip, they pay her bills. Now gossip, now carry her keep where she did. Get a big platform and then express yourself. Drop everything. We'll go help you read. We'll go help you watch. And we'll listen. All this today, Alex is this, tomorrow is this. Just within the space of 1 week, we don't hear 3 different stories. One, you came out to apologize. You alone. Before you say Jack, you came out to say he's using you. Before you say fire on the mountain, you are coming back to equally tell us that how the guy no shag you for 5 years. 5 years no be beans. 5 years no be beans. 5 years without shagging, no be beans. You no be reverend sister. He no be reverend father. Even pastors, they enjoy him. You allow a guy wasted 5 years of your life doing nothing, manipulating you here. And she said the guy has been the one manipulating her throughout the relationship. So if you saw all this, how come you still allowed yourself to be manipulated one last time? Or maybe we should still expect more manipulations. That, oh, if Alex comes back tomorrow again and say, Fancy, I am sorry, baby, I was under pressure, something happened, baby, you sweet mouth, like the kind of Yule Doche voice with the touch of Alex Ekubo's face, can't use them, baby, I'm sorry, I apologize for what I did, it wasn't intentional, I was under pressure, look, I'm ready to make it up to you, baby. She will still come back again. You cannot be once beaten, they say twice shy. This one are twice beaten. Are they gonna do you 3 times? 3 times before she wising up. That's where her pain come from. But I just hope that this is the last time. If she is obsessed with Alex, then let that obsession stop. Is she obsessed with his handsomeness? No, there are a lot of fine bobos out there. Correct biceps, broader chest, 6 packs, heavy pockets, account balance solid, then plenty. Guys where they go gym every time. Guys that are educated, guys that are hardworking, then plenty. So if she's obsessed with Alex, she better go take a look at herself once again on the mirror. Go look at the mirror, stand before the mirror and see who you are. Look at yourself at the mirror one last time and ask yourself, is Alex really worth this? Is Alex really worth messing up with this endowment, this beauty that God created, this brain, this body? Now, guys who that now we account balance, they're dropping it in millions. Then they who want account balance, so not be by education nor by gym matter. My sister, forget to account balance go red. If you see your husband in the night, you're gonna do. My sister, even you with that account balance, where heavy you go run. I know ladies want them handsome, cool, collected, good looking, smart. Ladies want all that. But don't throw your precious jewel to the pig. Do not throw your heart to the pig. Do not waste that love. There are those who are ready to value that love that you have given to them. There are those who are ready to cherish it. Stand before the mirror. Ask yourself, who am I? Who is Fancy? Who is Fancy? Redefine yourself. Then you know that Alex is not what ruining this image before the mirror. Alex is not what this tears. Is not what messing with your mental health. Is not what this one's not packaging. See, and Shebi, you want extravagant wedding. Wedding where only enough is sponsor. Wedding where enough he carry the bill. She did a book hotel up and down with her money, with her own credit card. Why Bobo de Nigeria, they form big boy, you know, I'm gonna give you guys the wedding of the century, you know, I'm gonna give you guys, you've not seen wedding. You know, you need to see wedding. I'm planning the most extravagant wedding of the century. You want to pass Rita Dominic husband? Can your doing be more than Rita Dominic's husband? If you are doing the do, can your doing pass our London wedding? Banana. So becoming that, or is it Frederick Leonard and Peggy's wedding? You want to outdo them because that's the thing. Competition in the industry. Everybody want to outdo one another. Betesuya. Na honama. Aboki bring suya. Na nama body they call the suya come up from. The meat is coming from Nama. Extravagant wedding. Now the babe money, now the babe credit card, now go here. She saw all this. All, and still fell flat. Or die yakata. I say no cucumber, the guy just scatter. If this cucumber, the guy used to scatter her brain, I would have said, I want to understand with how it happens. It's possible. A guy can actually scatter a woman's head with, you know, if it's very, very good. I can give that to her that, yeah, maybe. Now I talk about handsomeness. Even with money, you can touch a poor guy, touch him up. The guy go find past Alex Ekubo. You go find pass. You see, guy, all a guy needs is good money and packaging. If you give him that thing, and then with a touch of a good bedroom activities, you've won yourself a Prince Charming. You've won yourself a knight in a shining armor. And now here now with Alex Ekubo. Now I beg you forehand. You forehand, you know, try. You know, try. Because if now baby you be, at this point I would have said, oh dear. She's learning. She's very naive. No, Fancy, you are not naive. You're just desperate to be with a handsome guy. You've already showcased him to the whole world. You've already made your friends envious. They've gone green with envy seeing your bobo. That your guy is too cute. He's too handsome. Yeah, that's my husband to be, you know. We're actually planning a wedding, you know, wedding of the century. You don't show him off finish. Now you want him at all costs. Babe, once beaten, twice shy. And ladies, before we, rounding up, come on, be wise. Be wise, use your head. If it looks like it, please just know that it is what it is. It is what it is. Most often times our instincts, our guts are very sharp. We can smell it. We can sense it. We can feel it. That is the grace and the gift that God has given to us. We have it deep within us. Men can't feel what we feel. Sometimes when you sense it, that something is odd, something is fishy, something isn't right, please, girl, do not joke with your instinct. That means it is absolutely correct. If you listen to your instinct, it won't fail you. Most times we allow our selfish reasons, our selfish interests to be clouded, to cover that up. And then those selfish reasons are sounding louder. They sound louder that it deafens us. We can no longer hear that warning sign that something is off the hook here. Do not gamble with marriage. Do not play with marriage. A broken relationship, yes, is far, far better than a broken marriage. And don't always be quick to go back to your vomit. Don't be quick. If you does it, if you don't want it, you don't want it. Trash it and move on. Life moves on. Life goes on. Yes, let her take heart and move on. Life happens. Oh, you don't chop and you don't chop. And being that you serve breakfast, you don't serve them. Now you serve person breakfast. Now you still they go collect plate. Kilo day. That's belated. Oh, you are bringing yourself down, baby. Come on. That is You're belittling yourself. You serve the breakfast. You're the one still making public apology. You don't throw yourself down that way. See the signs. If you know this is what it looks like, please run away and don't look back. If you left your red bra and your red pants at his place, forget about it and go get yourself another one. Because that day you're going back to collect that pant and bra, he will still use that day to finish you, to twist your brain again. If he's the one that knows how to farm, he will use this cucumber to scatter your head again, and you will not be coordinated. You come out on social media, and then you'll be the one to go and apologize. Tomorrow you come back and say something else. He said, do me, I do you. She served first, and he later served her. Yes, now do me, I do you, God knows. So they should just both just stay. Anyway, thank God. The good news is that Alex is not even saying anything. He may be a manipulative jack behind closed doors, doing and engineering everything, manipulating her, silent, and also smooth operators. Silent, and then they buy in silent. Smooth operators. He's just behind closed doors. Pushing, engineering, instigating, doing all that behind closed doors. Why she's coming up? People are seeing what she's doing, all she's posting, all she's saying. They're seeing that, and nobody's seen Alex's own. Nobody's seen that. So that's why when you either shut up or you get a platform to speak true, is the only thing that can help your image. You are still marketable. You're still beautiful. You're still successful in your career. And now when we know, but boss know, hey, if you get brother, when they look for wife, Alex Ekubo no scatter fancy at all. You don't touch the place. Fancy is still very intact. So if you have a brother who is looking for a beautiful wife that is successful in her career, please reach out to her via her Instagram. Or tell your brother, that this one, Alex Ekubo for these 5 years, the guy no touch her more. She's still very intact. She may even be a virgin. Who knows? It could be your brother that will be the lucky guy. Your brother may be the lucky man. Your brother may be the lucky dude that will land fancy in your family. So if you have a single brother who is searching for a beautiful, successful, woman, young lady as a wife, contact. Just go ahead. You don't know. You never can tell. Okay? This is me also campaigning for fancy. She needs a good man, not the likes of manipulative manipulators like Alex, okay? Anyway, guys, let's draw the curtain here. We'll see you tomorrow, same time. I really appreciate every one of you. Nigeria just the other day. Nigeria, waiting they sweet you. Waiting they sweet you. Nigeria, waiting they sweet you. Can even happen? Tell me waiting they sweet you. Guys, I really appreciate you. Mel Fierce Fitness. Oyoyo Wanyoma. Thank you, Ikeme Funa, Cordelus. Everyone watching Trending Gist with Cora. True Mamle. Happy New Year, Happy New Year, Happy New Year to you. Happy New Year to you. Juba Bruce, BIH, you've been so awesome. Thank you. BIH, what's the full meaning of your BIH? Like, what's the full meaning? BIH, what's the full meaning? Okay. Goodness Diary, thank you so much. You all are awesome. You're amazing. I really appreciate you. Yeah. Thank you so much. Pepe, you are awesome. Thank you so much. Thank you, Kemefuna. Pepe, I appreciate you, okay? Be the care with cares. Thank you so much, gorgeous mommy. Fechi, Ninja Daughter. Yes, so my Oyoyo, I'll give you a call shortly after the stream, okay? I appreciate everyone. Cornelis, my darling husband. James, Gift Onoha, Lady Posh, Oda Marachi. Yeah, oh my God, you all are awesome. Olufunke, Herald of Mary, Aziza TV show. Woo! Mary Quincy, thank you. Mary Queen Longman, thank you so much. All for Health with Jane, thank you. The Cheese family, thank you so much. You all are good. Annie's Insights, thank you. Tanya Brown, Silver Outreach, you all are awesome. I really appreciate you. Let's do this again tomorrow, same time on this channel. While I leave you guys with my beautiful music, Peace of Mind. Why am I not finding it? Yeah, hang in there, guys. 1 minute. Thank you so much. I appreciate every one of you. Thank you, Kathy. Woo! I'm not dancing here. This is for you all. Okay? Thank you so much, guys. I appreciate you. Leave a color request, ma. Thank you, and happy birthday once again. Thank you. You give me peace of mind. Yes, I need you because I want you. You're the only one for me. I come home after the party. The worry stressing me. I run to you because I know you got me. And you're my company. Anytime I call you, you turn up. And you always come through for me. Peace of mind, yeah. You make me feel what I can do. You give me peace of mind, yeah. Your body's here on the next one. You give me peace of mind, yeah. Baby, don't let me do it. Please give me peace of mind. Please give me peace of mind. I like that. I like to check it. I like to check it. You give me peace of mind. You give me peace of mind. This is my worry, my problem, you my baby. Oh yes, you give me peace of mind. You give me peace of mind. Bye guys, see you guys tomorrow. Love you all. Bye.